Welcome everyone to this Counter-Strike Source weapon guide. In this guide I'm going to be going over the AWP. Alright, now let me give you some details and insight on the AWP. No scoping and quick scoping with the AWP are not accurate in the least. When you're scoped in, your shot is 100% accurate no matter the distance. Body shots do around 109 to 130 damage depending on whether or not your opponent has armor on. Leg shots do around 84 to 87 damage. And most importantly, you have to be standing completely still to use the AWP, otherwise your shots will be way off. See my CSS movement guides for help with this. Now there is a setting for both Counter-Strike Source and Counter-Strike 1.6 called Zoom Sensitivity Ratio, which is used to adjust how much slower or faster your sensitivity is when you zoom in with any scoped weapon, as you can see here in this console. I will go over this in detail in another video. This is a very important setting, but for now I'll just get into the shooting techniques. The basic technique that is used with the AWP is called a flick shot. It is exactly as the name says, a shot where you flick. This is the technique used when your crosshair is not on your opponent's body and you need to kill them quickly. It's done just as the name says as well, by flicking. That's all there is to it. It's very important to find a sensitivity you are comfortable with, as with all the AWP techniques, because you don't want it being too slow because you won't be able to flick fast enough, and if your sensitivity is too fast, you will over flick too much. Here are some examples of flick shots. The next technique I'm going to explain is called the quick scope. The difference between a flick shot and a quick scope is that with a quick scope you usually don't flick. It's just a zoom in perfectly placed on any part of the upper body. This technique takes a lot more practice to learn because you need to get used to where the center of your screen is to perform it consistently. Now I did say before that quick scoping isn't accurate at all. That's only the case if you do it wrong. In order for the shot to be accurate, you have to let the scope zoom in fully. Now the first example I'm about to show is the wrong way. However, at very close ranges, like face to face, it can sometimes work. Here's the wrong way. And now this is the right way to quick scope. Now you will see when I quick scope the right way, I delay a split second before I fire, allowing the scope to fully zoom in and make the shot accurate. This is done by right clicking and delaying a moment before left clicking, unlike the wrong way when I right click and left click at the same time. Here are some examples of correct quick scopes. Okay, the final technique I'm going to show you is one that I don't recommend using any farther than face-to-face combat and only when you are desperate. It's the no-scope. No-scopes aren't accurate at all, and like I just said, they shouldn't be used in any other situation than face-to-face combat when you are really desperate. The no-scope is simply done by clicking. Now the examples I'm going to show are much farther distances than I recommend using them from, and they were pretty lucky shots, but I'm just showing you what no-scoping looks like. Well, that about wraps up my AWP guide. I hope I outlined all the basics for you guys to become successful AWPers. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos. I really appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching.